Jurassic World, Afterbirth, Rebirth, Never Birth, another one of these films in this franchise again, is possibly one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life, to the degree that I actually got told off in the cinema. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Last night I had an opportunity, poor me, to go and see the latest Jurassic World movie. Now this is the 7th movie in this franchise, which, let's just be honest, shouldn't have more than the first movie. And it has to be, beyond doubt, the worst thing I've seen in donkey's years in terms of a film. In actual fact, I'm not actually convinced that this was a proper movie. And I won't leave you hanging. I actually did get told off in the theatre, not by a member of staff. It was actually a person sat a couple of seats across from me, because I went with a couple of friends and we couldn't stop laughing. We just couldn't stop laughing at how bad this film was, that they actually leant across and like, excuse me, can you not laugh? Sweetheart, we'll stop laughing when ludicrous crap like this doesn't get put on the cinema screen. I'll make you that deal. But needless to say, we kept laughing because this was stupid and dumb and ridiculous.
Dr. Henry Loomis, this is Zora Bennett, our mission specialist.
Ah, yes, Scarlett Johansson, who tries desperately to come across as likable in this film by having pretty much a one-note expression throughout the course of it. Unless she's sat down with somebody that she knows for 10 years and they just trauma dump on each other. But don't worry, Scarlett Johansson is actually playing a spec ops operative that's going to help these people traverse the dangerous dinosaur island in an effort to get 3 different samples from 3 different dinosaurs. But they won't bring any guns with them, because that would be stupid. Bringing guns to a dangerous island full of unruly mutant dinosaurs. Who on earth would bring a gun? Not a spec ops specialist, that's for sure. Fucking retard. You might have seen this image that is in the trailer. And if I just carry on for a second, wow. Look at those colossal dinosaurs. They've got to be, what, 60, 70 foot tall. They couldn't see them in the 5-foot grass. They literally appeared right in front of them. They were walking, and then suddenly their tails started to emerge, and then they all just emerged from the 5-foot long grass. The 74. This is the level that we have to deal with in this film, and it doesn't get a lot better. If it wasn't enough to have a group of people land on Dinosaur Island in an effort to extract 3 different samples, which, by the way, is super easy, barely an inconvenience, they decide to throw in a Mexican, South American family for good measure, because, yes, we need to have that kid. But what are they doing traversing these dangerous waters full of dinosaurs that's a no-go area, which, by the way, according to the film, has been agreed upon by every country on planet Earth, because the equatorial belt is the only place that dinosaurs can now live and exist due to pollution and toxic chemicals in the environment, because people be poopy pants. So Father of the Year decides to bring his, 7-year-old daughter, and then his other teenage daughter, imagine she's about 18 because she's about to head off to college, and a stoner boyfriend who's just down below railing her as the father's steering the boat across this. What a really weird introduction to this crazy family that absolutely needlessly had to be in this film at all. And of course, shenanigans ensue and their boat gets capsized and they end up with the other party who they immediately get split from so that there can be an A story and a B story. And I'm just waiting to C story if anyone gave a shit, because I sure as hell didn't. None of the characters really came across as likable or investing of your time. But one thing that I do have to give the movie credit for is naming this chat Mr. Bad Guy. No, they might as well have, because he was just there to be generic bad guy, even though he didn't actually do anything wrong in the whole film. But you see, to be able to produce an antagonist to no protagonists, there has to be a motivation and a reason. This guy just wanted to get the 3 samples for his pharmaceutical company so that they could create a cure to heart disease and then not sell it to anybody because they're evil. Oh, God, this film is so stupid.
This would be a medical breakthrough that could save countless lives.
But we're going to hold on to it because because your characters are so just bland and generic and there's nothing to actually root for with them, the plot just meanders along. And so when they get picked off by the dinosaurs, you couldn't really care. In actual fact, you're kind of joyful that they are, because these guys are getting picked off by 40-ton dinosaurs that for some reason they can't hear sneak up behind them in forests and concreted areas and all this kind of stuff. What were they wearing? Ugg boots? Were all the dinosaurs just wearing slippers or something? Was it Metal Gear Jurassic version? No. So when they have dumb, stupid shit like that and somebody gets eaten, you're like, yay, have another. Please, take them all. Take all of them. And none of this is even taking into account how all this business started and how the island got into this desperate state of disrepair 17 years ago. Well, this multi-billion-dollar facility that research developed and spliced genes of dinosaurs together to create all these mutations and chimeras was brought down, and I shit ye not, by a Snickers wrapper. A Snickers wrapper got sucked into a door, and somehow that shut down every system in the facility, releasing the fucking fuck off. Seriously, fuck off. There was a lot of product placement in this film, by the way. It was all over the place. Never mind blooming Derposaurus Rex here, which is one of the most stupid looking dinosaurs I think I've ever seen in my unfortunately CGI created movie life. But if you just want to tune into a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie where there's adventure, fun, and action, and people are just getting picked off and eaten by dinosaurs, then this isn't the movie for you. This is boring, dull, unimaginative, bland. You don't give a shit about anybody whatsoever, and the deaths of the people who get picked off are just generic, and you've seen this all before many times over, and also a lot better. And on a budget of $180 million, what an absolute waste. I think this movie is going to struggle to make any profit, because I think once people have seen it, word of mouth's going to get out there about how bad it is. And this new trilogy of movies featuring Scarlett Johansson could come to an abrupt halt. Scrap that. They're gonna make these movies forever.